to our channel. Some of you might be asking, how did I get to this channel, since it seems like it's about Airstreams all the time? Well, we have actually changed the theme of the channel. We've done some overlanding in the past and had some side-by-side action that we did quite a bit and modifications. So I appreciate you guys coming along for the journey for all of that, but I would be remiss if I did not tell you that there is going to be an emphasis on our travels in our Airstream and also Airstream modifications. So we have changed the name of the channel, and I'm excited to basically let you know that the new name of the channel is Air.stream. So we will be having a website here in the future. We already do have a Facebook page, so make sure to check us out there and follow our Facebook page. And once again, that's Air.stream. I'll let you know. I'll put the graphic up there so that way you'll see exactly how it's spelled. But in this episode, I am going to be showing you the Zip Dee awning modification that we're going to do. And also I'm using a new camera, so if it's all over the place, that's also why. But that is going to be the purpose of this video, so stand by, we'll get started. All right, so this device that we're going to be using is to prevent basically from you having to hold out on the awning. Just to let you know, this is going to apply to the Zip Dee awning. That's it's like the easy awning or something like that. It's the electronic version, comes with classics, international, globetrotters, that type of thing. So let me show you what the problem is so that you'll recognize it when you see it, or maybe you don't even have this problem. So let me go ahead and I'll hit the button here to open the awning. Well, turn the switch back on. To open the awning. This is not cool. All right, awning, open. There we go. All right, so what I have to do is I have to hold, see here, you'll get slack. See how that's, so now you have to pull it out with your hand. You just basically have to pull it out with your hand to get that initial slack out of there, so that way it doesn't stop. Because if it detects too much slack in the awning, it won't come out. So what we're doing today is we're actually going to replace these rubber bumpers that you see there. And it's not going to take very long to do this. Let me take you in the garage here. Hopefully you can see this okay. Once again, using this new camera and this gimbal. So what we have here, and also if you stick around to the end, I'm going to show you a product that's pretty nifty to kind of keep your chassis. So what this is a, I don't know if it's aftermarket or if Zip Dee actually makes it. I don't know why if Zip Dee makes it, I don't know why they actually don't put it right on the awning, like instead of using those rubber bumpers, especially if it works that good. I think it's an aftermarket product. We bought it at Woodland Airstream parts. Let me check off the camera here. Let me check. It is Woodland Airstream, and a lot of you have heard of them before. But Woodland Airstream Parts and RV Accessory Store, they have it's like a dealership as well. So we're going to take these, simple install. I won't be able to hold the camera and do it all at the same time. Phillips head screw. We're going to take those rubber bumpers off. You've seen that I had trouble. Well, not trouble, but the normal routine is to be holding the awning as it comes out and then give it a little tug. And when I bought the Airstream, the dealer even told me, he's like, yeah, this is totally normal. I was wondering at the time, like, is this really totally normal? I wouldn't know. Or is there something actually wrong with the awning? In fact, there's nothing wrong with the awning. That is the normal thing. So I was on Facebook, seen somebody post this and said where they got it from. I didn't see any videos before I bought it. And of course, that inspired me to make a video for you. And so let's see what the result of it is. So we're ready to give this a test, and just want to let you know one other thing that you're going to want to keep in mind when installing this. So, I mean, they unscrew very easily with a large Phillips head. Screwdriver goes through this hole here, so you can go and make contact with the screw head. And then you're going to see that they had some sealant around. I think it was Sikaflex, or it might have been Adseal, might have been something, you know, exotic and fancy that they use there at the Air.stream factory. If you have some, you know, use it, but definitely wouldn't break a tube open and get air going to it just to do that. I just use some clear silicone. I put it around, I put it in the hole, I put it on the screw itself, and then I actually even, because this rubber bumper does not make contact because of the rivets here in the screw head, does not make contact flush, so there's no sealing effect even when you tighten it all the way down. I just went ahead and wiped some clear silicone down in there as well. So yeah, just keep that in mind. You're going to want to make sure to have some type of sealant, clear silicone or something on hand. So I have not tested this yet, so let's put it to the test and see what happens. I'm going to go ahead and hit the close button and see how that goes. So in case you guys have never seen this work before, it is pretty neat. You can tilt each end down of the awning during like a rainstorm or whatever, or a light rain. You shouldn't keep it out in a rainstorm because it's not meant to hold water. I was telling somebody the other day, I said it's not a swimming pool, it's an awning. So you know, you definitely need to bring them in during heavy rain or any significant rain at all. And but you can tilt it just to kind of make sure that some of that light rain runs off and it doesn't pool, but you're still going to want to watch it to make sure it's not pooling if you're unlevel or whatnot. So it's kind of cool also that it uses that aluminum. So I heard something pop, sort of, and so now we can see, like, you know, hey, it's compressed, that spring. Let's check the other side, see what it did down there. Same thing. And that brings up another good point. Usually I'm pretty aware of my ordering practices when I order stuff, and I try to read all the descriptions, especially since I have an online store myself. I see that when it did compress, well, to finish that thought, these are sold individually. You're gonna want to order a pair of them. So they were super nice. Woodland Air.stream, I mean, they're known for their customer service. They not sponsored, by the way. They did contact me and say, hey, you only ordered one of these, we're pretty sure you're gonna want 2 of them, and in fact I did. So they just added it to my order and sent me the bill. So both of these together, I mean, you know, I looked at this as something that since I'd seen it on Facebook, that's where I seen it and learned about it, that you know, I just can't help myself to make things nicer and improve things. So I had to have it, but both of them shipped. It's like $60, so it's a pretty big, you know, price to pay for having a yank on the awning a little bit. But I just always kind of felt almost like it was a deficiency of the design, and I really do like the awning, but I just kind of looked silly out there, like with my hand pulling back on it. And probably anybody that's ever seen the awning deployed before is probably like, really, got to do that, even though it's an automatic? You know, you got to watch the thing, or what's wrong with that thing? And I've always thought that there was something wrong with it. So when I seen this product, I was like, well, shoot, I wonder if it's going to work. Well, let's get to it. I'm going to hit the button again, and you'll be able to witness it with me on whether or not this has fixed the problem. So I'll hit the open button, and here we go. So normally there's slack. Let me get it in frame. Oh, there's still slack up there, but maybe it pushed it off hard enough. Maybe it won't be an issue. I think it's going to be time to tell. I mean, so far so good. It definitely didn't coil up like it normally does, so I kind of think it's we'll give it another try here. We'll put it out, and we'll roll it back in. We did a video on Zip Dee, so if you haven't seen that video, it's a couple videos back. We did a video review or product review of the Zip Dee awning products, the solar shade, folding chairs, and also the folding table. And I'm going to hit this button again and get this going in, and then I am going to tell you a short little story. Originally, my wife, she said, no, you know, you shouldn't include that in the video because you're just complaining and nitpicking about Zip Dee's quality. They've been super nice, the people there at Zip Dee, you know, USA made company. They're in Illinois, super nice people. But we have had some quality issues. I'll mention it while we're doing this because I think it's worth talking about. You know, if you get a product, you need to look at it and don't accept it if it's not right. The script was all crooked on both of them and uneven. Then we got some replacements that they sent us, which was super nice of them to do that. The logos weren't at the same height on either one. They were almost a half an inch off from each other, so I told them about that as well. And then you know, the cool thing is that they're like, no, we're gonna get this right, so they're sending another set. I mean, fingers crossed, I haven't seen them yet, but they're sending another set with the script like I originally wanted. Now see, that's really getting a lot of slack in there, and I'm just wondering, is that really gonna work out? But I guess we'll have to see. So if this does not work out and do what it's supposed to do, I'll just take the video down. But if you see the video and it has been a success, then yeah, get them if you really want them. I mean, you know, it's better than pulling it down by hand, you know, all the time. And now I can just hit the button and kind of walk away and until proven otherwise. But yeah, getting back to the Zip Dee thing, you know, this awning's been really nice with it's just a couple hiccups, nothing that just turning off the power and turning it back on didn't fix. But just watch for their quality. I mean, so far they've been super nice. I talked to the owner about it and he wanted to hear it. He was all about it. Everybody wanted to hear about it. They want to make a great product and they do make a great product. And so one other thing the other day, it's funny in that Zip Dee video, if you go watch it, I kind of carry on, you know, talking about their products, is I was talking about our solar shade in that video. And I was thinking like, oh, I need a bag for the solar shade so it doesn't get snagged, you know, and, you know, I'm all about the bags and I like to kit things out. So I said, well, let me order a folding table bag and I can put that in there. Well, the folding table bag, I'd ordered it on that Saturday we were camping when we made that video. And literally I had that bag by Tuesday, which was super impressive. They sew pretty much everything to order there because they have all those fabrics of different selection and, you know, you can get so many different types and then there's so many products that everything is pretty much custom with some exceptions. And the thing about it is that bag showed up and it did not have a logo on it. So I got one of them with a logo. I got one without a logo. I called them immediately, told them about it, sent them a photo of it because they wanted to see that in fact what I was saying was true, and I don't blame them. You know, that's absolutely the right way to do business. You know, you want to see exactly what the customer received so it's well documented. So I don't know, I haven't heard anything about that yet. That was like a week ago, so I don't know if they're going to send me another one because they should get it right, and I know the owner would want it right. His words were our logos should be on every bag we make, and I totally agree. But all right, enough about the rant. Let me show you the next stuff that is part of this video, and then we're going to wrap it up. And if you've been with me this long, I appreciate it. The garage is still a work in progress, but here's what we are going to use next. I got a can of it here. I love AMS products, their oils and whatnot. And just got the CRV the other day, 168,000 miles, runs like a brand new car, and I did some detail on it. But here's the product. It is the AMS metal protector, and it acts a lot like fluid film, except it's not gooey looking like fluid film. It is a waxy type product. It's probably what Chevy uses on their chassis because they do dip their chassis in wax. Unfortunately, people don't do anything else after that, and Chevys are notorious. You know, I'm gonna piss off everybody that's a Chevy truck owner. You need to continue to protect. They make a heavy duty product, the metal protector heavy duty, and it's very much like fluid film. And if you haven't even heard of fluid film, you need to look it up. But so I have not done this. I've fluid filmed our chassis here on the Air.stream and also the Armada already, like when we first got them pretty much. And that will keep them from rusting out, especially if you live in the Rust Belt like we do. But then I was looking at this stuff the other day and I thought, wow, that stuff, you know, I've used that in the engine compartment of our vehicles to detail them, and you can spray it right on metal and plastic. So I'm just gonna spray this on here and let you kind of witness it for the first time, what it looks like on the chassis. And I'm all over the place. trying to do this one-handed. If you just spray it on there like that, then it kind of runs down. I'm gonna come back with a rag, but I mean, the stuff just kind of melts in, and it does have a drying process, but you can just go crazy, really. Just go crazy with it. I mean, the thing is that what you don't want to do is you don't want to spray there, and I hope not much of it goes on there, because you lose on your equalizer hitch. That works on friction, and this is a lubricant, so you're not going to want to do that. So just be careful of that. But this stuff, you know, it kind of dries waxy like, which is good. And you know, you don't want your chassis. I'm not worried about this at all. You don't want your chassis to rust. I've used this on the engine compartments, like I said, and it really just looks like almost like dress, you know, like some type of like dressing of sort, you know, like a protectant dressing, plastic dressing is what I'm trying to get around to. And it's safe on electronics and everything else, and rubber, plastic. Sound like a commercial here, but man, I hate to see stuff rust. I mean, you just pay so much money for this stuff. You want it to last. And yeah, so use at your own discretion. I just thought I'd share that with you. I'm going to spray the rest of this down. The tongue is where it always suffers because it catches everything first, especially up underneath. It gets chipped up, and you see people with these rusty A-frame areas of their trailer all the time, and I'm just going to make it a habit to kind of hit this, you know, every once in a while. So, all right. Well, I appreciate you guys watching and coming along for these recent modifications. And like I said, if you still see the video, then it was a success story. Time will tell. And welcome to the new channel. Make sure to go to our Facebook page and like us there as well. And I appreciate everybody watching, and make sure to be safe and get out there and have some fun. Take care. Bye.